sweat, blood and flying parts everywhere. A huge muffler from the truck creating unexpected noises. Hello guys and welcome in the next episode. As you can see behind me there is an S15 which is warming up. We got the Autodrom Slomczyn in which we'll be finally practicing today. We are back behind the steering wheel of the drift car, and today I'm gonna do the first warm-up shakedown in this 2022 season. But before we start, we need to go back a bit because there's gonna be new things today. I'm gonna introduce you to my new practice car, and the thing is, the old practice car was my first drift car, prospect drift car I should say, and now it's gone, it's over. I thought that it would be a shame not to give it at least a minute of memories, because a lot happened to it, aka Dirty Slut is gone, but it never will be forgotten. So I think it's a good moment for a small edit to remind you what this car gives us in return of its own sweat, blood and flying parts everywhere, because it was a lot. Check this out. So yeah, thank you, good old Dirty Slut, and it's time for the new. It will be a still S14, but totally new shape. Here it is, the new black practice car. We still don't have a nickname for it, so probably it will be a good job for you guys. But let me introduce you a bit. It's probably the quietest gasoline powered drift car I ever saw even, and it's all because what's inside. And what is inside, let me show you. So it's a 2JZ from the old practice car, but new intake with the silencer, so you shouldn't be, the noises from the intake from the turbocharger shouldn't be as hearable. Also the turbocharger is equipped with the internal wastegate. It's also going through the exhaust, so it's not as loud as it used to be when the wastegate was going straight to the ground. And apart from that, it's exactly as it was before, so similar, about 450 horsepower. And now with a really quiet setup. As you can see, it's a totally new chassis, because the old one was so worn that it was falling apart simply. We also to quieten it even more, we got the manual gearbox from the BMW, so we don't have any straight gears because this creates a lot of noise also. We also got a stock differential from the 300 ZX or even 350s, probably it's from the 350s now. And as you can see, a huge muffler from the truck, from the semi, just to get rid of the noise. Creating unexpected noises. everything is nice and cozy. It's very convenient in here. So the car is not fully prepared, as you can see. It's its first test drive. It's a proper test drive. I mean, we didn't even have a rear window, so it might be a bit cold, but for now it's actually quite okay. Oh, I can see that the brakes needs to be bleed a bit. Brakes needs bleeding, but usual stuff. For the first time when take the car out for a spin. What else I can tell you? Apart from that, it's really quiet. We got the temperatures. The temperatures are okay, so maybe let's put it up and boost and see how it is underneath, under the load. Okay, it is bad. Something just died. Second day of practice this year, and we're gonna see and unpack. We're gonna unpack the S14 practice car, which is finally working. That's what I heard. We will see it in a second, but it finally has some stickers on. When was your last time, Lucas?
I think last year. I don't know what exactly. But last, yeah, like September.
Something like that, yeah. Yeah.
So should be fun.
It is fun. It's funny because you don't hear when it's actually gonna hit the rev limiter, because it's hard to imagine on what revs you are actually.
Yeah.
But it's not a problem. The engine is hearable. I was thinking that's gonna be a bit quieter, to be honest. We need to work on the final muffler, I think, a bit more. It's probably because before it, when it doesn't have a wastegate put into the exhaust, the exhaust itself was quieter. But now when the exhaust, when the wastegate is into exhaust, everything becomes a bit louder.
Okay.
So we need to work on that. But
Or maybe the bigger muffler.
bigger muffler, exactly.
Like, you know, the truck from USA. This vertical one.
Through the roof, 2 of them.
Yeah.
Good idea. Okay, that's for the next one. So have fun.
Thank you very much.
I believe you will have, because this car is good blast. S14 practice car is doing really well. It has a little issue with slight overheating, but the guys simply checking what's going on, learning how the car behaves, and we'll fix everything for the next time, or even here, because it's not a big deal. But on the previous runs everything was spot on. It was constantly keeping like 85 up to 90 degrees of water, so it's perfectly fine. If it's keep on going like that, it's gonna be brilliant. But for now we need to look at the water temperatures. Oh, maybe I will ask Lucas what he destroyed, what he broke this time, that the car is overheating. Lucas,
Tak.
what's wrong?
What's wrong? Nothing.
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 And the temperature?
It was, but nothing is wrong now.
Ah, so it's fixed.
Yes.
Fixed.
It is not fixed, but it is
It's
not
fixed.
wrong.
That's good.
Fixed itself,
Oh,
probably.
oh,
Yeah.
the best.
The best way.
You see, that's the way we should build a car for drifting. So they
Yeah.
fix their own.
The best way. You
themselves.
check if the problem, persists, and it's gone by itself.
That's the solution. That's the best solution. After a bit of driving, we got a few more marks on the cars, and definitely we had a really good time so far. I noticed that the car starts to steer a bit itself to the right, but maybe it's because of we constantly using the left foot, so maybe the inside part of the front right wheel tire exactly get a bit worn, and that's why the car is turning. But we'll check the alignment, just making sure if everything is fine, because we are not in rush anywhere. We just want to make sure that everything's working fine, and we won't crash the car because of some stupid reasons. So apart from that, everything looks good. The doors of S14 looks still black, so that's good. It was a good idea to make it black because you cannot see, you can see the marks, so that's good. It's definitely not a virgin anymore. Just about to end. S14 is going to the trailer. I actually forget to tell you what was wrong with the car previously. And it occurs that the ECU was using VVTi from the 2J, from the stock 2J, but the 3 out of 3 pins were not completed, which are actually in this VVTi system. There was only 1 pin. So somehow the ECU was still saw the position of the cams, but it wasn't working appropriately, and that's why the car was cutting out. That's actually the best what I can translate you what Gelo told me, of course, because I didn't discover that. So yeah, that's what happened. And what's happening now is that the car is almost on the trailer and we are going back home, and we'll be waiting simply for the next practice, because the season is about to start and we want to be as much prepared as possible. The S15 behaves really nice, and S14 was also like a dream, so hopefully it's gonna be like that next time. Simply I'll be driving a bit better. At least we have some nice memories from today. poor side skid. The good thing is that the doors are still straight, so it wasn't a hard hit. But yeah, maybe apart from the bumper, sorry for that.
No problem. It looks, better actually.
Yeah, of course.
It's like more
All S14s or S15s
more naked.
are looks only better when stripped from the part.
You know, it looks sporty. You see all the tire.
And now you can see this lovely muffler
Yes.
on the truck.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Excellent. Okay, that's great. So, thank you guys for joining, and see you at the next one. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye driver.
Oh, bye-bye.